Hey, what's going on, peoples? Happy Easter weekend. Today, we're going to start the social experiment because I think once the details are made known, a lot of these comments are going to disappear. So I want to show them to you. Also, during the live stream, under the video, I have a super special offer for cold calling school. Only cold calling school. You get it for $99.99. That's it. You don't get the full bundle that everyone else got, but it's going to be awesome. So with that, let's just jump into the social experiment. I'll explain some stuff because I want to get all of this stuff in the video before it disappears because I'm not going to delete it. But I have a feeling his bitch ass will delete it once he understands a few things. Just kind of strolling through this. This is the work of, as you can see, one individual here who seems to have a heart on for me. Now, the social experiment is called anchor thoughts. Now, what is an anchor thought? This is when you have a presumption in your mind that you believe with everything in your heart to be 100% true, regardless of how much evidence is presented to you that it is false. So we will call him numbnuts for the sake of the social experiment. And I'm just strolling through to get all of these comments because if you can see, someone has been putting a lot of time responding to everyone. Now, I'm going to give you some context here. Just bear with me because I'm making sure that I get all of this stuff in. Roll it in, because, you know, I want this to be safe because I got it in emails, but it's kind of funny. Now, here's the thing, and there's a lot of stories with this. Once again, for those of you who want the cold calling that makes money, the specials under the video, grab it during the live stream. Now, I forget the year, which is kind of good. I owned a store in Stone Mountain, Georgia, right? Well, we moved out the store. But Stone Mountain, Georgia is one of these little hick fuck towns that they'll give you a ticket for parking on the wrong side of a street or your car facing the wrong way. Well, we moved out the store and the fucked up code enforcement agent left a notice to renew our business license. We had been out of the store space 2 years. So I get arrested. Yep, I straight up get arrested. Spend 2 nights in jail. And every week, non-performing, unsuccessful person goes online, finds my mugshot, and is like, hey, go look at this mugshot. But if you notice, they give you no context. I'm going to show you some other things that I'm not a criminal real quick, but I just wanted to, keep strolling through this because that's what the weak-minded shoot to because they can't understand the genius of Glendon Cameron. So it's like, well, he's got to be a criminal. He's got to be ripping people off. Well, see, he's got a mugshot. Okay, what did he do? I don't know. Is he a felon? I don't know. But he's got a mugshot. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Go ahead. Keep looking at it. Which is to infer that I've done something wrong. And, for those folks who muscle and manhood just came in here. And, this is some other stuff. Apparently, numbnuts may have wised up and realized that I wasn't creating all of these fake ass accounts. But essentially, I think I got everything. He's not responding. He might be gone, but once again, all of these are preserved for prosperity. Okay, make sure we got all of that in the stream. So when numbnuts did, the least is coming, all of this stuff will disappear, but I want to save it for prosperity because this is proof positive of anchor thought. Now, I'm going to put something to you. Why would anyone go out and create dozens and dozens and dozens of fake YouTube accounts to respond to one numbnuts? It doesn't make any sense to me, but for some reason, but this is the power of anchor thoughts. Once you get this thought in your head, I don't care how much truth comes your way, you just can't let it go. And it was funny because today, I'm going to show you some other stuff. Well, we can jump in there because I think I know who's going to get this. When I saw numbnuts doing this, I sent out an email to the list and, so this is proof positive that these were not fake accounts. These are real people, but because he had this anchor thought, he thought all of these people were fake. And he acted on that thought with vigor and he responded to people. He insulted people. Now, one of the reasons I did this is, for those of you who've been around, if you remember Ed Evans, I think it was around 2013. There was a group of people. These folks used to have hangouts about me, right? And it would just go on and on and on. They just couldn't figure out the genius of Glendon Cameron. And Ed stood up and said, Glendon's a good dude. They applaud this stuff. It worked for me. And they attacked him and they jumped on him and they stalked him on Facebook. Well, Numbnuts here started doing the same thing because one of his things was, I want testimonies, right? I want when people are like, well, I've used Glendon stuff and it's great. No, you're a fake account, kind of like fake news, same thing. There was an article about Trump people that talked about the same thing with these anchor thoughts, that it did not matter if they were untrue. The only thing that they wanted to see were people who agreed with them. And if you didn't agree with them, well, you were fake. I mean, that's the whole thing. But it's, and I was thinking about Ed this week. Ed was a real good dude, and he took a lot of heat from me. And I started to think, and I was like, here we go again, because I'm doing a lot of new stuff, putting some new stuff up. And here comes this troll, because he's clearly a troll, 100% asshat, numbnuts troll. But I use this as a teaching moment to show you guys how these people are. Okay, so I think we got enough of that. All right, and here's something. Oh, let's see. What's that called? Let's see. That's called, let's see, can we get it? That's my concealed carry permit. You cannot be a felon and have a concealed carry permit. You can't have lengthy prison records or incidents of violence or any of this stuff that these folks have been saying about me and have a concealed carry permit like I do. I just threw that up there because I understand, because I know you're watching this, that you don't have my talent and it bothers you. I mean, it would bother me too if I was you. But here's the thing. Stop attacking my people. Stop attacking the folks who support me, because I just sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this play out. And I'm not going to delete the comments. I'm not going to delete them because it's on the don't list on eBay until you watch this video. And what's wild about it is I was selling nothing in that video. That's what's funny. And he just, every time I do understand sometimes when I attack people's sacred cows, they kind of go off, and it was just amazing how deep this got. So, I just wanted to put all that in there. So let me check out the chat room. All right, let's see. Hold on. Let me get it straight. Line it up. The JWB, who, let's see, wait a minute. I'm gonna go to the chat room. Dante, what's going on, man? Cody, wow, just managed to cast this, been busy working. Cool. Genji88, I've seen comments similar to Rideshare Live. I leave these people on. Those folks are mentally hopeless. I agree. What's up, Space Lord? What's up, Pauline? What's up, Ken? I mean, you gave to the JWB, you gave him props on his videos, and he turned around and insulted you. When that went down, I was like, oh, this is epic. This is going to be fun. Those clowns will claim to permit this fake watch. Could be. What's up? I think it's Jabron. What's up? I mean, that's the thing, because I understand, because like I said, when it went down the first time, I didn't speak on it until I was ready to speak on it. But it's pretty fucked up to have, this is why I have my views on code enforcement. This is why I have my views on government. Dude did that shit, and his ass was in the fucking parking lot when we were moving out, and he did that shit. When in court, my partner had to grab me because I wanted to bitch slap him. I really did. And the judge was like, just hastily dismissed it, and I got my bond money back. But this is what these weak, impotent, financially impotent people point to, but they never give you any context. I've talked about it several times. There's a video about it, but for some reason, it's like, well, go look at that mugshot. Okay. And people asked him, like, what does the mugshot mean? He's like, well, it doesn't really mean nothing, but I just kept pointing that out. Let's see. Camilla, I didn't know none of this was going on, but it looks like you handled the situation. Well, he wanted attention I gave him. Ben the bartender, what's up? Ben was dueling with this fool. At first, he called Ben a fake account. He called everyone that challenged him a fake. What's up, Henry? What's up, Ken? I can't, that was beyond. Dude, They want me to be like them. Ken, they want me to be like them. I believe in the abundance mindset. I think there's enough money on the table for everybody. There's no reason. You don't see me going around hating on people's videos, because if I don't like a video, I don't like a channel, I don't watch it. That's simple. What's up, Art? Though trolls are motivated to see the JW. Yeah, like I said, you were trying to be civil to him. See, this is the point, and this is the reason for the social experiment. Trolls think of trolls and people who are like trolls. Their viewpoint is it's the truth. I don't care. I mean, Jesus could have came down and said, "Look, dude, he's legit," and he would have had an argument with Jesus. He'd been like, "Jesus, I know you're my Lord and Savior and others, but you're wrong, Jesus. You're wrong." That's how deep it is. I would have been ticked off too. What's up, Saxy Moxie? What's up, G Inc? I want to start up similar to those of Apple and Microsoft. Do you teach people how to build a company that becomes a big business? I have not built a Microsoft or Apple, and I don't think that's something you can teach. Microsoft and Apple are more about timing than anything else. Yourself, Glenda possessed me. I'm repeating this advice to my friends. Good stuff. Good stuff. I've never been on a live feed with you, but I appreciate your feedback and comments on old videos. New thing, which brought out the troll, is on new videos, I'm going to start commenting and responding to people. This typically brings them out. And, you know, just for y'all to know, I ain't running from them. I'm going to leave their comments up. But what I have is what I call a hit squad. I may even make up some T-shirts. Essentially, I'm going to hit up the list, and I'm going to let the people talk to this person because they want attention. Because I noticed he has not responded since Muscles Manhood came in there and just like, hey, you know, I don't know what this conversation Glendon had with his neighbor, but, you know, as an eBayer, my experience is spot on, and there's a lot of value in the video, right? And he didn't have nothing to say. What's up, Levi? I need an exorcist. Kirk Johnson, he called him a fake account. Here's the thing, because I know you're watching. There's like 7-8 million YouTube accounts, and like 6 million don't have any videos. People just watch videos and they log in and leave comments. You cannot leave a comment unless you have a YouTube account. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are out here on the interwebs making videos. Oh, and he even said, you know, you can't fool me. I'm a tech person. I can see. I was in the gym doing some deadlifts. Hold on. Can I get in that page here? I don't know. I don't know if I'm logged in. Nope, I can't get in there. But no, forget it. I was doing some deadlifts, and I saw that comment come up, and I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. What's up, David? The whole situation says more about him than it does about you. Yeah, that's why I went ahead in the beginning and scrolled slowly through the comments, because I have a feeling they're going to disappear, because he's going to look like the numbnuts he is. I'm going to sit around on this beautiful Easter weekend creating 50, 60 fake accounts to respond to him. The arrogance is epic. Cody, I've been too busy meditating on your Be a Creative videos and Hustler's Mindset. Awesome. Oh, I'm going to lead this up, Franchise 15. Saudi Glennon, is there any money made on the Shopify platform? Yes. Drop shipping in the shop. All right, I want you to think about Shopify. Shopify is a resource and a tool. What you do with it is pretty much on you. There's plenty of money to be made there. It's not so much, quote, drop shipping. I think many other drop shippers have made Shopify synonymous with drop shipping. I'm part of building out an e-commerce platform, and we're not doing any drop shipping. 31 Dub, what's up? Thank you, Cody. I love the positive vibes on the channel. I know there's some people could be so hateful. It's hateful and jealousy because he wants to do what I'm doing and he can't figure it out. I did start to understand your advice better ever since I started taking action, starting my own business. And Melissa was, he called Melissa stupid. And he went on and went on. And see, this is the danger. And some of you have this, what I call anchor thoughts. Now, you don't have the level of assholeness that he's an asshole. Let's be clear. He's an asshole. He attacked people. People said, look, I had a great experience with Glendon. No, you didn't. You're a fake account. Just like someone kept calling the news fake news. It was the same fucking crazy mindset. And he did this for hours today. Hours. Now, let's look at this. Do you think he's making any money? If he's got this kind of time, I want you to think about this. This is Saturday. It's Easter weekend. Families together. He has no girl. He's hopeless. He's broke. Gonna have that much time to invest with strangers that yields no money. What's up, mama? Joseph, don't sweat that. No, this was a good learning tool because, see, there are many people who are afraid to go online because of people like him. This is very real. This is very real. At Venison, how would you suggest for getting a sponsor on Instagram? I'm really on my hustle, but no one accepts it. Any tips? Where can I find smaller companies where I can get a chance? All right, to get a sponsor, you got to have some serious followings. The days of getting sponsors with 1,000 followers, that's over. You need to have some followers. That's your problem. It's not that they don't want to give you a chance. You haven't demonstrated that you can make them some money. Let's see. G Inc. Especially see the use of service-based businesses with starting an online business. Oh, what we're going to do, and like I said, under the video is a special just for cold calling. That makes money. I've been working on it. I actually put up 2 training videos today. The goal is to put up 1 to 2 videos for the next few weeks because I'm going to really extend it, and you'll see that. But it's a beautiful thing when you get a certain level of understanding from participation and experimentation. There it is. Only losers try to bring you that negativity. Pretty much. I mean, that's the reality. Ben Bar, hell no, he should be Ubering like he did earlier. He ain't doing Uber. He's just, I know the type. I've had the channel for long enough to, from the first comment, you can tell. And you know what? This is America. Everyone can have their own opinion. It's like, London Cameron, I think you ain't shit. Okay, that's your opinion. Fine, I don't care. But when you take your opinion and turn it to action to try to turn off people who support the channel, then you become slanderous. Because I didn't get to say it because I was going to tell him, because he got real close to that. And several of you asked for his name and he would not give it, because if I get his name, I will hop on the plane and I'll sue his ass for slander. But he will not give his name. He's going to hide. He's probably going to delete the comments, or he's going to go super crazy, because once again, some people said he's mentally unbalanced. He could be. He could just lose it. No, he's not making any money. I got money while I'm up. I know, I know you're a loser if you're trying to hate on someone who's trying to better themselves than someone else. That's pretty much the thing. Kirk, he went after Kirk. There was this other guy, Matt. He kept accusing this guy of being me. I was asleep when that was going on. I've been I've been very good. I've seen very good YouTube channels crushed by trolls. I feel bad for people who are honest and decent and don't know what to do about it. Well, no, this is what this is Hustlers Kung Fu. Whenever a troll is coming on the channel, I'm just going to hit the email list and I'm going to put out a prize or an offering or something. And because this is what I learned. I did this once during a live stream. There was a troll in there and I told everyone to turn on him and he went away in 5 minutes. Long as they feel that they're, the OP, that's me, the original poster, it's cool back and forth, right? But when it's like you start getting tagged by all these other people, it's like, oh shit, I didn't ran into a hornet's nest. That's going to be SOP now. I'm not going to allow people who support the channel, who support me, to be bullied. Fuck that. He can kiss my ass. And I'm quite sure he's a weak little bitch that's going to delete those comments, or he's going to try to come up with some other stuff. Because here's the thing. When you live in truth, it's kind of hard to fuck with you. Like, the first one, Global Poo Poo, he's the one that started all this with the mugshot thing. This was 2013. And it was like, then all the people's like, well, he paid his debt to society. I've never been to fucking prison. They just kept assuming because they can't do what the fuck I do. And all of those clowns have gone away, or they're just not really doing that well. They just reached a certain level and be stagnated. What's up, Hard Breakdown? Ken Williams, it's fucking mind-boggling. Anyone that has that much time to troll can learn skills off YouTube, make money, and get the fuck out the house. What's the point of wasting life behind a computer? Kirk and this is the point I want to illustrate, because let's just say, you know how some people have OCD and some people have like extreme psychosis. Well, here's an extreme case of anchor thoughts. There are some of you who have similar things, and let me just jump into it. That you have, some people call them limiting beliefs. Some people just have this thought. Like, I give you an example of a friend who was somewhat suspicious of making money online, right? And he did something and he had his first sale. And I remember what he said. I got that check. And I said, oh, he was like, oh shit, this is real. So many people don't think this is real. They don't think it's real. And you kind of screw yourself when you get to the point of you question everything. Like when I did YouTube 2009, I didn't know if this was going to work. I tried it. My blog, it sucked ass. And I was like, I got to do something. So I came to YouTube, started putting up videos. I got more traffic to my blog. I started making, and I really can't say I started making money because the book wasn't ready. But when the book was ready, I started making money because I was getting traffic. I had to figure that shit out. Nigel, he's probably eating donuts and jacking off to hint at. What's up, Emmanuel? Pauline, here's what GC has done for me. After my second speaking engagement on Monday, I picked up second paid sponsorship on my newsletter, and my first photo shoot for my products is on Friday. Congratulations. Congratulations. I love it. And there's a lot of beautiful stories like this. And this is another reason I'm changing tactics. There's a lot of people like Pauline, Melissa, Nigel, Kirk, who've gotten tremendous value. And then whenever a troll pops up, it's like, give me proof. Like they some fucking body. Then it's like, here's proof, here's testimony. Then they like pee on it with their little short, yeah, this is their dick. This is what they're like, skeet, skeet, skeet. They just start peeing on everything because it doesn't fit their narrative because of that anchor thought that this must be fucked up. There was several people, and I want to say thanks, and I appreciate each and every one of you who came in and said, look, I love the channel. I've learned a lot. And every one of you, he was like, no, you're a fake account. No, you're Glendon. I've looked at your YouTube channel and you have no videos. You don't even have a picture. You must be a fake. I was dying. The guy in the gym was looking at me like I was crazy. I can't do a course on how to start an Airbnb or Uber. I want you to think about these big venture companies. Travis, let's take Travis, the guy that started Uber. Travis worked on Uber for 3 years before it became Uber. He tried all kinds of stuff. It really takes one person who has this concept, who's willing to do whatever the fuck they got to do to make it happen. I can't teach that. That's in here. Son, internet gangsters and keyboard warriors. Pretty much, Melissa, that's what I was trying to tell the troll. If he shut up and listen, what you say does work. I know because it did for me. See, Melissa, he didn't want to listen to you. If some other person came in and said, I agree with you, they would have been chit-chatting all day long. But when he's just saw comment after comment, it's fake, then, like the JWB tried to be civil to this fool, and he went ahead and shanked him like Brutus. Just like, yeah, you spent all that money. You were foolish if you had really thought. And this fool doesn't have a business. That's the thing. He does not have a business, but it was just wild to watch. And I do this because, there are other people who are going to come on here and they're going to be scared to get online because of people like that. And I'm going to say, fuck them. Get online, do your thing, deal with it. Josh Bars, the content creator engagement is good. Can engagement with trolls hurt brands? What's the best course of action? I don't know yet. I did that because, like I said, earlier this week, I was thinking about Ed, and then I just saw this thing happening all over again because he has come in live streams and did the same shit. And actually, I remember, I think I had to ban him once. And here's another thing. He's been here since at least 2015. It's 2017. But he's if you would go to his channel, you would see that he subscribed to this channel. Why would you subscribe to a channel that you think is bullshit? It makes no sense. But that anchor thought is so strong that it will provoke you to do crazy things. Because I think, to Josh, I really think it was good because It was like good for like another like 250 views on a Saturday, which Saturdays are usually my worst day of the week. So we'll find out because I figure tonight he will sneak in or slither in with either a super smart comment of how this was all bullshit, or he's going to delete that shit. Because if he deletes that main comment, all those other comments go away. Let's see, Kim. I get what you're saying, Cam, but I'm a contractor and even learn techniques I've never heard of in real life, but found on YouTube. YouTube's good for beyond internet marketing. YouTube is good for everything. You want to fix a computer? You want to learn how to put glass on your iPhone? You want to learn how to dance? You want to learn how to make a quilt? There are so many things you can learn here. Now, let's talk about this since we're talking about anchor thoughts and mindsets. And this is something that I've learned as a course creator and a trainer. Everybody is not a teacher. That's part of it. A second thing, everyone doesn't learn the same way. The new build out of cold calling, making cold calling that makes money, I'm doing it different. There's going to be a main video for you to watch, an exercise, then a live stream for each section. And then when the live stream is done, it will post to that section. Plus, there's going to be write-ups because there are people who are auditory learners. There are people who can read a book and learn. I feel fortunate that I can read a book and figure shit out. Everybody can't do that. And that's not me saying I'm greater than anyone else. It's like, someone who's naturally skinny, someone who's naturally muscular. We all have different gifts. And for me, being able to figure out puzzles is my gift. Everybody can't do that. And that's why you have people who will take a course, and some people do really well and some people will suck ass. And it may not even be that the course sucked. It may be that the information wasn't relayed in the manner that person could appreciate it and utilize it. Talk to anyone with kids who are in school. There's a lot of learning problems. They believe in the hustle porn all day long. Cody, it's real. I'm still in the beginning stages, but I made money on my original sheet music more than the arrangements. Oh, dude, the future's so bright because once again, only 9% of all commerce is online. So what does that mean when I say that? You could go out here in the physical world and start a business and start making money faster than you can online. Because one, let's take the troll. There's a lot of people like him who just like, it's online, it's bullshit. With people who meet online, like they don't tell people that they met online because the relationship is tainted. We're getting to a point where that's going to go away. And I don't think we've seen anything close to the number of online businesses and things that are going to come. They're coming. Oh, online money is very real. Happy holiday, Alice. Can we just start practice some of those techniques? And people were looking at me like I was a genius, and I had to tell them I found it on YouTube. What's up, Baller Dash? Oh, I never went away. Saudi, I was one of those people. Thanks for keeping it real. Dunjay, all I can say, you and your videos have helped me tremendously. I'm able to hustle hard while I have more time to spend with my family, and I'm working harder than ever yet, but it's worth it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hey, that's what I did. I used Hustlers Kung Fu to battle the trolls. Because see, the thing is, if I were to keep engaging with him, he would have just became bolder because essentially I would have came down Mount G down to Troll Central, to the Troll River, to the Troll Drugs, wherever trolls hang out. And it's interesting because I think, and I'm making some assumptions because I'm gonna do CSI profiling, criminal minds profiling. I think he wasn't hugged as a child. He went to college, but he didn't do well. He has problems forming relationships with women. That's very clear with the way that he communicated with people in the chat. And he's one of those people who gets just close enough to see glory, but consistently fails. There's a lot of anger in him. There's a lot of anger. And that's something else. Happy people don't act like that. Just don't. If someone cuts you off, think about it. If you're like really happy and someone cuts you off, you're like, but if you're like stressed, a lot of stuff going on, someone cuts you off, you might want to shoot them. So that's the thing is, teaching is hard. No, neither levels. Hey, Glenn, and I heart you. That's funny. Saucy Moxie too. Many writers can't produce their own audiobooks, I thought they wrote the book. Their voice and intonation is like watching paint dry. That's where I come in. No need to do it all yourself. Okay. Levi, I remember listening to 6 years, not to start a business, but to prove who I am and increase my self-respect. Thanks for that. I was able to start a business. Love your work, G. Appreciate it. What's up, Benjamin? John, what we're going to do now, this is another thing. Think if the site that I used to host the course had a problem last week and nothing was working. Valencia added people, sent emails. I put some on my Facebook page. I sent out an email, and apparently you didn't get that. But next week, all problems will be fixed. Chris, way back in 2010, I took a chance with the storage officer because you ran that business for 3 years and bought 3 houses due to you. So you know your shit. I'm about to screenshot that. That's amazing. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Because I have not been around that long. Disruptive money. Nikita, I met my honey online 4 years strong. Cool. David, that's so true. I don't get mad at people driving anymore. I laugh at people getting mad and stuff. Because the thing is, when you fill your life with happiness and abundance, it's hard to just go off on people. Because, all right, you got to look at it. And this is kind of like with anchored thoughts. If you notice, many of the Trump people are very, very angry. Now, I'm not going to call them all crazy. I'm going to say that due to a lot of really slick marketing, that people have a ton of misinformation. So there's some people who truly believe that the reason they don't have a job or their standard of living isn't what it should be or what they feel it be is because someone got something they didn't. And it's simply not true. But they're full of anger. You can't talk to them. And there's that lack mindset because they're, anchor thoughts are like, they kind of crowd out everything else. That becomes the predominant theme in your mind. Like this guy, he was hell bent on, I'm a fraud. I'm a criminal. I don't know shit. I don't have people who like me. No one's ever learned anything from me. And then when he got proof, he refused to accept it and made himself look like a fucking fool. Because I did play him. I had this whole thing. I said, you know what? We're going to have some fun with trolls in 2017. Because like I said, I'm going to start answering comments again. I'm going to be more engaging on the channel. And that's just going to bring them out. But what they don't know is there's an army that's going to tag their ass. Because the thing is, sometimes it's just fun to fuck with fools. It really is. Trolls hang out at the bridge at 185. Oh, that's cold. That's cold. Yeah, I had one of your first coaching classes when you offered it one-on-one. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, because like the thing is, the speaking on cold calling school is really, really different because, to address some of the things that I mentioned with people learning, it's going to have different things in it because, I know trolls don't believe this, but I actually have a staff and let's see. Is it going to be in this phone? Hold on. I might be able to bring it up. I couldn't get good pictures, but just gonna show y'all some stuff like, and you'll see it when it happens. But yeah, got an office because we're gonna have more staff, and my days of working from home, they kind of coming to an end. So I got an office, got to paint the place and put up a whiteboard and some other stuff. So you're gonna see more engaging comment just to be of better service. Because I've said this all the time. You want to make more money, increase your service. So I'm going to increase my service to the channel. If you haven't been to hustlerskungfu.com, it's back. There's a ton of information there. I have one full-time writer who's helping me transcribe this channel and put that information over there. And then I have a SEO guy coming in, and I've got a paid traffic guy coming in, and we're going to work that blog. There's so much more that's coming. And that's one of the reasons that, I see the problem, because right now, due to all the changes with YouTube, the channel isn't what it used to be. And I know why, and I know how to fix it. It's just with my consulting business, I hadn't had the time. That's the reason I'm building a staff. You're going to see so many more things, new topics, new training, because Like today, when I did the 2 sections of cold calling school, there's a section on there how to pick up chicks, because picking up women that you don't know is cold calling. Hi, essentially, cold calling is introducing yourself or a product to a stranger. That's what cold calling is. The better you do it, the more you get of whatever you want. I'm a troll soldier now. Hey, I'm serious. I'm thinking about having some t-shirts printed up. I won't call it Troll Patrol, but I would call it the Hit Squad or something like that. Hustlers Kung Fu Hit Squad. And everybody that wants to be on that team, just send out some t-shirts. Right now, I'm actually hiring more people for someone else, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, I bought Hustlers Kung Fu. I'll be doing the steps too, working on the credit. Yeah, because a lot of stuff is, and let's just talk about mindset. So many people here online will tell you that you can have amazing success in a very short period of time. Some people can do it. Most of us can't. When I started this channel, I knew that making a living as a writer was going to be hard, and I prepared myself for it. And money in the bank. I gave myself 2 years, not 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 quarters, 2 full years, because I knew it was going to take time. And I feel it happened very quickly. But for some folks, 11 months, 12 months, numbnuts reference that. It's like, well, there's no proof. And I'm going to just be straight with you. There is no way in hell that I am going to show you my banking information. I'm not doing it. And I'm going to tell you why. I was a victim of a dandy fraud. Right now, one of my security questions is this house in Florida, this address in Florida that somebody bought in my fucking name. It took me, this was before LifeLock and all these other things. I caught hell cleaning up my fucking credit with that shit. Dude bought a house, bought cars, and they ask those little questions, that address still fucking comes up. I mean, and people showing checks online, they're fucking stupid. Do you know that you can order magnetic ink and some checks and print up, you just screenshot it, print those numbers up, create a fake check, keep the amount low and go to the bank and cash it and commit fraud. I look at people doing this stuff. You make 10 million a year, and then you're going to tell people where you bank. A smart criminal will know, oh shit, go to his house and get the bank statements. That's how a lot of this stuff happens. It ain't online. Get your bank statements. So I'm not doing that shit. Nope. And as for the neighbor, my thoughts with not giving his name and stuff was, if you find out where he lives, you find out where I live. This is something I tell people with the YouTube school. Be real careful about keeping where you live secret. Everybody ain't cool. This happened with eBay years and years ago. With eBay, they got your address. We had a big piece. Dude got impatient. He just showed up in my house. He was cool. He paid, but still, he showed up at my fucking house. That ain't happening no more. That has happened since, because I was just like, I immediately went out, got a post office box, and no one knew where I live. David, I'm grateful for all the training I've bought over the years. My mindset is much better now than it's ever been before, and my effort level is now consistent. That's a key thing. Consistency and a proper mindset. Congratulations. Yeah, I was just sitting there like, who are you? My mom and dad are dead. My parents aren't here anymore. Melissa V, you telling the truth. I've been doing storage auctions for 4 years now, and everything you said in those vids and stuff I've seen up well, that's what's happening. One of my clients I got, because of the no eBay, no Amazon videos that a lot of people said were bullshit. But when my clients started to actually see this shit happen in their videos, they were like, let me get this dude the call. Under $1,000 checks, tell us when you blink. Yeah. I mean, he was cool, but it left me feeling some kind of way, because what if he wasn't cool? And for those of you who do YouTube, unless you got a business address, you got to be real careful about keeping where you live private, because people are numbnuts is an unbalanced person. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that numbnuts is sane. Numbnuts spent hours arguing with strangers about something that wasn't true. he ain't straight. He ain't wrapped too tight. He's the last person I want knowing where I live. He came to pick up his stuff. He had bought, I think, like a go-kart cage. He couldn't ship that shit, so he came and picked it up. And what if he bought and didn't like the product and decided to give out your address in anger? That's called doxing. A lot of people do that. A lot of YouTubers have had that stuff happen. Well, that's what Numbnuts was trying to do to me, except he didn't know there was a video already up talking about that. Because, going back 2013, these people, there was one guy, I'm not going to mention his name. He was with the merry band of haters, and he saw what was happening, and he got out, and he focused on his business, and he stopped doing YouTube videos. And every now and then he'll pop up, and he's doing amazingly well. If you are on YouTube fucking with people the way that Numbnuts was trying to fuck with the Hustlers Kung Fu Nation, you can't be making money because your focus is in the wrong area. I mean, that's just the reality. And I put this message out because there's some of you, and like, let's be clear, none of you are as deranged as that motherfucker. He is deranged. But some of you have a smaller dose of those anchor thoughts that's holding you back. And you got to examine that. See, this is the thing, because I was getting ready to say something, but I was wanting to make my point because enough folks have been around here because, yeah, I'm black, but I don't use any version of the N-word. I just don't. I don't like it, and I don't use it. But see, this is because a lot of folks have been here so long, and I've talked about it, and that's a lot of people want to talk about it. They just like kind of let it roll. But Nakia, my kids are doing the lawn care business model you suggested on the service fee. A lot of people have made a lot of money from the service business video. I've had some guys who reached out to me who were like service business kind of folks, except that's not my primary thing. But if you just come to this channel and you just watch videos, and most important, as Melissa said, take action, you will see results. Kirk Johnson, so how did we deal with the inner troll and the anchor thoughts? I got personal development for hustlers coming up. I didn't do it on that channel because there's not enough juice on there yet, but I'm going to be dressing that because for those of you who didn't know, there's like 6 channels now. Just, go down the run. There's Hustlers Kung Fu, the main channel. There's Mac Daddy Media. I'll talk about video marketing. There's B School for Hustlers. That's going to be the content for people who already have businesses. And then there is I Am Cameron. The stories will be back. There's a lot of stories coming there. And then Rich self-published author. That's going to be my writing stuff. So a lot of content's coming. This is the reason I'm building a team. This is the reason I have an office. I'm creating a real media company. And this is the thing that, if you've been looking at the moves, I am creating a business that doesn't involve, quote, selling the people, because media companies are hot. Gary Vee just bought this company for about 30 mil. This media company. I think the media company, it's like 10 years old. It's a beautiful thing because there's a lot of stuff I want to do and I can't do it by myself. So Kirk, there will be a channel for that. There'll be a lot of content. Matter of fact, let's see. I'm gonna explain the whole process to you because people are like, you don't really talk about anything. I would give away a lot of information. So this is where everything's going. This is, this is going to change. Like, this is just a straight basic WordPress template. I have not hired anyone, anything, because here's the thing. You can have a $10,000 website, but if you don't know how to get traffic there, you're wasting your money. Get the traffic and then take the money from the traffic and improve the website. That's what a lot of smart people do. But, Business School for Hustlers, that's going to be on business owners. That's this channel. That's going to be Mac Daddy Media. Then another thing I got to write doing is going through all of my courses and writing better descriptions. And then, there's like nothing here. There's only there's 1 or 2. And I've been selling a lot of $25 hustles because it's been straightened out. There's a sales page now, all this stuff. So I'll be talking about a lot of these things as we go forth in the year. It's just, I got to do them before I could talk about them. But essentially, this is going to be like a central hub for all of the channels. And for the folks who are going to be watching video marketing channel, I'll get into all that stuff, why I'm doing that and how it's going to make money. But there's so many things going on. Let's see. Gunji, I usually tell these thoughts to shut the fuck up. There was this composer or a singer, I don't know his name. They were talking about in some of the Nightingale Conant tapes I used to listen to, and the singer was saying, "The little me, all those little fucked up thoughts, is trying to strangle the big me." And he would tell the middle me to shut the fuck up. He didn't say shut the fuck up, but you have to have that self-talk because it goes in one direction. Those negative, those self-limiting thoughts, those anchor thoughts, they come out. But if you start challenging them and filling that space with something better, you're going to see results. What's up, Cartel? Cody, I've been recently doing what you said in scripting your day, writing your goals is important, scripting your day with intent, developing a lifestyle design intent. They all work. I'm going to get deep on that, but later this year, because this is what I do. Like right now, the very things that Cody was talking about, it's on my table. This is what I do. But a lot of people think, well, it seems simple in terms of concept, which it is, but execution is rough. Execution, consistency, that's the hard part. I think there's a big future in the internet radio. Yeah, I really do. Let's see. When does what get really cool? Sometimes, Pauline, sometimes I take a second and my inner self says, man, you got some bills to do this. Yeah, you got to have some bills to start a business. You could start a business with nothing, but the thing is, when you start with nothing, it takes longer to scale. You know, I'll talk about it on B School for hustlers that ideally you want to have 10 to 50 G's because it just will help you move so much faster. Because you can start a business, absolutely no money, and just hustle your way up. But it's going to take 2 to 4 years. That's just reality. Oh, that's going to be all kinds of stuff. It really depends. I listen to everything, hip hop, classical, just depends on what I'm doing. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. But like I said, this was the social experiment, just to put this out here, just to show you how people get these thoughts in their heads. I mean, there are websites that are 100% literally fake news that people believe are real. And it got to the point where, and I still get caught sometimes that I will try to, if I'm going to post something on my page, I'll try to see if it's on 3 or 4 different credible sites, if you want to use that word, because sometimes you can see an article and you go like, that's just not right. But someone will post it and then you'll see this long chain of comments where people are going off and it's not even real. I saw something about this actor, Tay Diggs, has said something about black women. And I don't know Tay Diggs personally, but I've seen enough of his movies that even if he thought that for real, he ain't stupid enough to say it. And I was like, that just can't be real. And then it came out and he's just like, I never said that stuff, but people were going off. People were like, I hate Tay Diggs. I'm never going to watch it. No. And it wasn't even true. It's crazy. How did you go about hiring your SEO guy? I've known him 7 years because he's doing a lot of other stuff. Apps for courses may come. Here's the thing. I got to straighten out a bunch of shit. So an app is like way down the line if I do one, because one of the things is it's hard to get people to do apps because I go on my phone, apps that I used most of the time are on the front page. And so it's got to be like, if I make this app, how's it going to serve people? So that's the thing, because it's, 2 to 6 grand to make an app. How does one stop talking, learning about business and finally start because there's a problem with millennials? All millennials are not created equal. No, I have no videos, Henry, on workman's comp. I will have to be talking about that stuff because, like, what's going to come in Fat Cat Secrets is some people already bought it. There's going to be this thing where I've done an S corp and I have a child corp from the S corp, and all of the stuff I had to go through for that. And there's going to be more, so I'll be talking about that kind of stuff. Be School for Hustlers. Nigel, there was an article where Bill Gates dissed Young Thug and people believed it was real. Yeah, I don't even think Bill Gates knows who Young Thug is. That's what's fun. It's that kind of stuff. All right, so that's the social experiment. Let me see. Let me look over here real quick. He might leave him up. He may go away and never come back. I don't know. I don't really care because this was fun. This was really, really fun. So, everyone that appreciated that came in, let's see. Yeah, he has not come back since people really started going in on him. Maybe he'll leave it, maybe not. I don't know. But I think this guy should get for like the best comment because I want people to be snarky, but it was very well balanced. And let's see, let me go down here. I had to reach out to him. Muscle and manhood. I mean, he just went ahead and put some stuff out there. It was well balanced. I mean, that's like hands down the best comment. But matter of fact, I could show it to you since I'm just sitting here. Come on. Here we go. I mean, he really went through the whole thing with the video. He watched the video. And another reason I did this is many trolls will dissuade people from watching videos. They'll come down and say, this is bullshit. And then if there's like 6 or 7 people who come in and they have a little conversation, people will not watch that video. So you have people out here who are full-time demo warriors. Their whole goal in life is to destroy shit because they can't build shit because they're financially, intellectually impotent. They can't do anything. And some of them are so obtuse that they don't realize how much they don't know. I realize that as much as I know, it is a thimble full of knowledge compared to what I don't know. And you got people walking around here like they are the encyclopedia of everything when they don't know shit. They really don't. But yeah, I think that was the best comment. Yeah, it was definitely a good one, JWB. I think Stacks like a fat kid needs cake. That's funny. Oh yeah, can of startup. This is going to be fun. But yeah, those are just the dangers of anchor thoughts. How this stuff can keep you poor. It can lead you down a bad direction. It can have you. I'll give you a thought. I'll give you a story of when I was a extremely fucked up human being. This was during that period of my life after the divorce separation. I was living with a friend. His name was Chris. And he just let me move in. He ain't charged me nothing, right? Well, I was in my room and I didn't have any furniture. I was sleeping on the floor, but I had the CD player. And I went into the CD player and was looking for this CD. And I assumed that he took it. And it was hot because I wanted to listen to my CD. And then what I did is I talked myself out of fuckery because I was really stressed out. I wasn't thinking clearly. And I said, this dude is letting you stay up in his house for free. If he took the fucking CD, let him have it. Don't mention it. Fuck, leave it alone, right? Well, after I move out, and at this time I was pawning shit because I didn't have any money. So I redeemed one of my pawns, and the CD that I thought he had taken was actually in the pawn shop, and I forgot about it. So imagine what a fool I would have looked like if I had let my anchor thought, my fuckery lead. This is like, he would have been like, I let this fool live in my house and he's talking to me like this. Get the fuck out. So this is what a lot of people do. They get carried. They get, they get all caught up in their feelings. And I just talked myself down from the ledge. And you got to learn to have that kind of conversation with yourself so you don't be wrecking yourself. Butte wings. So the anchor thoughts are basically the subconscious programming done to us by parents upbringing, social media. Part of it. It's deeper. Some people latch on to a concept. Let's go with numbnuts. In his mind, I'm a fraud. There ain't nothing you can do. Like I said, Jesus come now. Nope. 50 people said nope, 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 nope. But he was like, you're fake news, because he didn't like the message. That's a whole different level of fuckery. And it's very dangerous because when you become that myopic, you miss so many things. Let's see. Do you believe in white supremacy? Let me answer that question very carefully, because once we start getting on these topics, I bring out a different kind of troll, the Hotep trolls. What I believe is, now I'll be real. Nope, I don't really believe in it. Because if I believed in it, then that means that I'm limited by forces I can't fucking control. So no, I don't believe in it. Do I believe that some white people are privileged? We have a president, grab him by the pussy, bankruptcies, multiple marriages, and he rose to the high. Yeah, that's the fucking epitome of white privilege right there. If Obama had one of those things, he never would have made the nomination. So yeah, I believe in certain white people have white privilege. All Go to West Virginia, go to Pennsylvania, there's a lot of places where you'll see the generational poverty and the generational dysfunction that's so often displayed in the media of black folks. You will see it all up in the Appalachian Mountains of white folks, but for some reason, no one wants to talk about it. Oh, the Hotep trolls, man. I did a video where I said fuck white supremacy, and you would have thought that I had slapped their children. Um, Here's the thing, and this is a really good question. If you are walking around thinking that white supremacy is going to hold you down, you have intentionally limited your possibilities. You've limited certain things that you will do. Um, some people get fucked over with racism. That's real. But do you get fucked over by racism every day? Is the reason that you're not successful is maybe you haven't tried shit? There's so other reasons. Oh yeah, that whole thing with Obama. I was in a conversation on Facebook the other day about that. I don't know about that. If Obama was still, nope, 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 nope. Hillary is rich, and she didn't get a white woman pass. Hillary's rich, connected, was supposed to be. It didn't work for her, so no. I do believe there's male privilege. Once again, Barack Obama, Donald Trump. I mean, yeah, Morning Blue, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, pretty much. Because this is the thing: you cannot be a financial warrior thinking that you lost before you start. That's kind of like a football team that's gonna play Alabama and think they're gonna lose before they play. They get slaughtered. But some teams who think they got a chance, they hold Alabama kind of tight. So mindset is very, very important, because let's even play a little bit more with it. If you believe in white supremacy, what are you doing to change it? It's easy to say there's white supremacy. It's easy to say there's fucked up things. One of the reasons I had my own business was I went into a conference room and Ken Scott said Jim was an owner this weekend. This is the shit I heard. I was the only black guy in the firm. So I could have been all up in my feelings and just walked out in a huff, or I could have said, you know what? I went to my office and I said, okay, that's the best fucking job you ever had. But we can't stay here. So how do we get out? And I formulated a plan, and 6 months later, I left, took customers with me, started my own business, and I hadn't had a job since. So it really depends on how you handle shit. That was how I fought it. I don't know how you fight it. Jared, I haven't exactly been a faithful follower, but you recommended Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale a few months ago. Excellent book or audio for mindset. It helped change my mindset. And it's one of the best things ever. Dude, I got pulled over for speeding. Good thing the car was registered. Uh, here's another story. I bought a brand new BMW, private owner, paid cash, had no tags, speeding. Unbeknownst to me, my driver's license was suspended. Got pulled over, and I drove home. How about that? Catch me outside. See, this is the thing. Oh, here's another one. Domestic violence dispute. I was attacked by a female. I called the police. Police believe me. So once again, I believe this mindset I have of I can win, I can participate, I can play in any fucking arena leads me to believe, oh, I've yelled at a cop and I am still here. So I think a lot of it has to do with who you are, where you are, how you respond. There's some country cops who probably have killed black folks, and we don't know about it. There was a situation here in up in Gwinnett where dude was on the ground handcuffed and dude stumped his face. And they both would have got away with it if it wasn't for citizen journalists with cameras. I ain't saying it ain't real, but I'm saying it ain't gonna stop me. Franchise. So what's funny about racism, white supremacy is my biggest supporters, my clothing company. Our Trump supporters were hip hop clothing based. Make that money, man. Make that money, franchise. I'm not gonna get into that. I will say I predicted that we were gonna have a war. It didn't really, just to be, to be succinct, it didn't matter if Trump was in office. It didn't matter if Hillary was in office. What happened was going to happen. Dropping the bombs was going to happen with either one of them. And in fact, Trump is doing the very things that he denounced Hillary for recommending that we do. So the comment of the stream, just to let you know, you can do what the fuck you want if you're focused and put out good products. Ha ha. Truth. At least you came up with a productive solution. Most would prefer to protest. Yeah, protesting doesn't do anything, man. I mean, they were who they were. I could have had 16-hour conversations with these racist fuckers and they would have still been who they were. My action was get out, but keep my money right. And that's what I did. That's funny. That's it, Saudi. Fight with finances. Yeah, it could be. Man, okay. No, I don't think we're gonna have a nuclear war, but I do think we're gonna drop way more bombs these next 3.5 years. So with that, in closing, because I've been talking a lot. For those of you who want to get cold calling that makes money, it's going to be very different. I'm going to change some stuff. I'll talk about it next week. But this is the kind of course that if you learn it, you do the exercises, you can make money for the rest of your life, and it can change your life like it changed mine. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Links under the stream. And if anyone wants to go tag Numbnuts, please do, because it's funny now. All right. Thanks for everybody that shared their evening with me. I will catch you guys in the next stream.